Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tyler's Tiger Talk. Thanks for tuning in today. I really wanted to do an episode previewing Auburn. I didn't get to do it. I've been extremely busy with school and going to class, and also Thursday, the day I had time to do it, I went over to Matt Moscona's show, and he has a show in the afternoon from 3 to 6, and I went to go shadow that. And it was a really cool experience. I got to go in the studio. If you watch Matt Moscona, 104.5 ESPN, be in the studio, experience how he runs things, and just really cool. Something I'm glad I went and did. In turn, I wasn't able to do the preview of Auburn LSU, which I really wanted to do. But even though I didn't get to explain what was going to happen, I've said, I think I said after the New Mexico win that LSU was going to beat Auburn. I've tweeted it. I said it. I knew LSU was going to beat Auburn. There was no doubt in my mind that LSU was going to beat Auburn. I didn't like how it was going, and even when it was 17-0, like it was, we came back, beat Auburn. I knew that we were going to do that. This LSU offense has really been struggling to play catch up every single game, like at least every single big game. So FSU, MSU, Auburn. I made a tweet. I haven't been this frustrated. This was during the Auburn game. I haven't been this frustrated in LSU since, Mississippi State, because that's how LSU operates. I mean, yes, this team is still new and they're still getting some things settled, but they operate very slowly. And until that 2-minute mark hits and the first half of the second quarter, they're not going to score a point. Luckily, Ojolari, right? Was it Ojolari? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Hit the ball out of what's his name? Ashford's hands. Auburn's QB. Fumble. Jay Ward takes it for, was it Jay Ward or Greg Brooks? Yeah, I have it written down somewhere, but I'm pretty sure it was Jay Ward takes it for a touchdown, and it's then 7-17. Our offense eventually scores with around 2 minutes left on the clock in the second quarter, like we usually do. I tweeted it out with a few minutes left in the first quarter. I said, just wait for 2 minutes. We'll score. And that's exactly what we did. So LSU again once beats Auburn 21-17. Feels good after that horrendous loss from last year. Listen, in no means is Ashford a bad quarterback, but LSU did make him look like an MVP, just like we did last year with Bo Nix. And you saw with Bo Nix in Oregon against Georgia, Bo Nix is not a good quarterback. He really isn't. He's not terrible, but he's not good. And we made Auburn's third-string QB look like Lamar Jackson. Safety kept on dropping in when Ashford would show run. It's not that we couldn't cover the receivers, because we obviously could. I mean, they didn't score a point in the second half. The last time they scored was about 9 minutes something seconds on the clock in the second quarter was the last time they scored. Again, once I tweeted out before the end of the second half, I said, wait for LSU's second half defense, total dominance, and it was. Offense, not so much. Only scoring 14 points in the entire game. Jaden Daniels does get hit later on. We win the game with 5 effing passing yards in the second half. Now I'm gonna check that statistic to make sure, because I did see this the other day, but I want to check that to make sure. Let's see. So we had 85 passing. 85 effing passing yards in the whole game. And 5 of those were in the second half. So you have 80 passing yards in the first half. Just something incredible. Listen, Les Miles' offense didn't have only 85 yards in the first half, let alone the whole game. Just something we have to take care of. I mean, that's just horrendous. I mean, but hey, freaking how about running though? How about rushing? So we're gonna get to that. Again, 85 total passing yards. 80 of them were from Jane Daniels in the first half. 5 of them were from Nussmeier, a short little throw. I mean, just something you hate to see. Jay Williams though, 68 yards rushing. Or excuse me, 68 yards and 68 yards rushing. John Emery had your running back had all of your pretty much most of your receiving yards. I mean, if you break it down, Malik Neighbors only had 26 yards. Taylor, your tight end, had 14. I mean, I don't hate Mason Taylor, but I felt like, and I know someone can back me up in this, he is targeted too much for a tight end who is below average. Average or below average, he's targeted way too much. He drops the ball way too much. I don't want to put all the blame on him because sometimes Jane Daniels can throw it behind, and he had a couple passes where he had Malik Neighbors where he just threw it behind, and he just missed the guy, which he needs to work on his accuracy this week. Hopefully Jane Daniels is ready to play against Tennessee because we're gonna need him. Obviously, we have no trust in Nussmeier in the second half. As you saw, we were just running the damn ball and clinching and hoping our defense would stop Auburn's offense. They did, but that is not how you want a game to go. If you have a little bit more of an effective offense, you beat Auburn by 3 scores because your defense is just so damn dominant. And Auburn did kill us in the passing game in the beginning because we were just expecting run. We were expecting Ashford to run out the pocket, which he didn't do, and he tricked us, and he was able to drop a couple dimes, and we just really struggled. Man, it's something we're gonna have to get better at because this Tennessee offense is better than Auburn offense, and Tennessee does not have that great of a defense, right? But their offense will outscore us if we can't get any passing going on our offense. I mean, it's simple math. Jay Williams was a freaking beast, though. I mean, the guy he's gotten so much better. And John Emery, there's so much light at the end of the tunnel for him, especially after some of the freaking plays he had, just throwing a 250-pound linebacker on the freaking ground, running for a touchdown. I mean, whew, he looked insane. I mean, John Emery. And then he had he had almost a receiving touchdown as well, where it was just so freaking close. And I don't know. I would have loved to see that. He definitely some of those plays won the game for us. So let's get into like the kind of breakdown of the game. I have my little note cards I wrote. This was also the first game I got to watch on TV. Every single game I've been to so far, from FSU to New Mexico, I've been to. So this was the first game I actually got to just settle down. Well, I wasn't settled because I was screaming on the top of my lungs. I'm still getting my voice back from Saturday. LSU, one thing they love to do is stress you the hell out. So LSU kicked to start the game, which I think we should start doing. I hate the let's receive and score every single time right off the bat, says Brian Kelly, and we haven't done that yet. So Seven Banks, it was sad to see cornerback senior runs into a guy with the crown of his helmet. I don't think it necessarily was his fault. I just think he was trying to make it a low tackle, and he got hurt in the meantime. But he is all right, which is good news. They called targeting for that, which is just like a slap in the face. I get it. You have to call something even though he gets hurt, but it just seemed kind of useless. So LSU starts off okay. Ashford makes a pass. It's batted down. You're like, okay, let's get it started on defense. Second down. You have a 9-yard run. Excuse me. Sorry. Third down. Our defense has really struggled on third down offense a lot in the first half. But it's third down. Corey Moore catches the pass, gets the first down. Then Bigsby, who was pretty quiet. LSU did a pretty good job of stopping him for the most part all game. He has a 2-yard run. Then 2 incomplete passes after that. And then this was the pass, right? Where I want to say this was I'm drawing a blank. Was it Clark? Here, let me see. Excuse me for a sec. Gotta make sure of this. But Ashford shows run. Both of our safeties, come up because they think he's gonna run, which is stupid. I feel like if you're gonna discuss this, you should discuss this with at least one of your safeties. That I'm gonna stay back and you go forward if Ashford shows run. But no, both of them come forward, leaving I think it was a tight end, whoever number 25 was. I forget. I forget how the play went, but Sage Ryan was the one who potentially had the tackle and missed it. It was a 53-yard touchdown. I forget how the play went completely, but both your safeties come up, leaving a man wide open. It was just pretty much a toss for Ashford for a 53-yard touchdown. That hurt. That hurt. You say okay. And this was me after that touchdown. Okay. That's an adjustment you have to make, and you won't let happen again. It eventually happens again. But you say, okay, that's not going to happen again. We're going to do our job as safety to drop back and wait for Ashford to be confident on the run and make sure he's going to run the ball. So LSU gets the ball. I think Jane Daniels gets rushed, tackled. And he throws an incomplete ball to Taylor, and then we punt. Terrible way to start off offense. Auburn gets the ball. They have an offsides, so it's 1st and 15, incomplete. Oh yeah. So this is we stop them. Ojolari gets that big sack. Ojolari is just just a freaking beast. Thank God for that man because he's just a freaking beast. El gets ball back. Nothing really happens for the most part. We run significantly more. I see just Ashley running the ball instead of Jaden Daniels running. The first couple times, we have a few pickup yards by Jay Williams and Noah Kane. Jaden Daniels had a 13-yard run, but it ends up in a punt. Auburn gets the ball. They punt. Really no big plays on that. It's like the game starts off very slow. Once Auburn gets that touchdown, it almost diminishes hope for LSU. LSU, when they get the ball back after they punt, and then Auburn gets the ball, and they're like, okay, let's make that same play happen where it was success for us for the touchdown. So yeah, you have a 4-yard run by Ashford on this drive. Tank Bigsby runs it, no gain. Then I think it was the running back who had a 20-yard run. I want to say it was 1st and 10. Bigsby fumbles it, and I want to say this is when Jay Ward had the opportunity. If I should have written it down, I'm pissed I didn't. I need to start taking better notes. But I'm pretty sure this is when Jay Ward had the opportunity to pick up the fumble and he missed it. Maybe this was later in the game. I can't remember. I meant to take a note of it. I just didn't go back. But you ended up having a 61-yard. I think it was one of those where the safeties come up. Ashford throws it. 61-yard touchdown for Hunter, who had their running back Hunter, who had a very, very good game. Let's see. I want to see and make sure. Let's look at Auburn's second touchdown. So no, it wasn't. It was a 61-yard pass complete. Yeah, to Hunter. So the running back. I was right. To Hunter for a 61-yard completion. This was a 99-yard drive by them because they started off on their own damn goal line. It was a really good punt. But then you have then you have another pass for 18 yards for a touchdown. It's just another kick in the face. It's 14-0. And LSU hasn't even shown anything close to scoring. I mean, haven't even gotten in the red zone yet. LSU gets the ball back. Nothing happens. Jay Daniels gets sacked. It's 3rd and 24. 4th and 24. And you punt the ball. So, let's see. Auburn drives downfield, has a few runs. You have that 31-yard pass to Coy Moore. Coy Moore, besides, he had a few plays here and there, but nothing huge. That was one of his biggest plays. Then another pass for 11 yards. They kind of driving down the field a little bit. LSU defense does a good job of stopping them there. So then it becomes 17 zip. LSU gets the ball back. Once. It's just... So, one of the things I saw, and I even saw today, was the frustration coming from Jaden Daniels' receivers. Listen, there is some times when Jaden Daniels is getting pressured, and I understand that. And I understand Jaden Daniels can take the ball and run like he does and freaking almost hurdle a guy when the guy takes his shoes off and he's still making moves downfield to get the first down. I understand that because there are some commentators who won't shut the hell up about, well, you know, Jaden Daniels might be throwing the ball, but he does run the ball down for 10 yards. Yes, I understand that. But he's also not making passes he needs to make. And it is definitely frustrating to me when I hear people say over and over again, it's the offensive line. There was so many times when Jaden Daniels had 10 seconds to throw the fucking ball downfield, but he just can't get it to his receivers. So I'm tired of hearing the BS of, oh, Jaden Daniels is good enough to just run. Jaden Daniels is insane. The dude is insane. He's insanely athletic. But you know what would make him better and win him a damn Heisman? Is if he could throw the fucking ball downfield. It just makes no sense to me. Once he gets comfortable and trusting receivers like Joe Burrow did and just threw it downfield to Jamar Chase and prayed to God that Jamar Chase would come up with it because he's fucking Jamar Chase. Of course he's going to come up with it. He's the best. Or Justin Jefferson. He threw the ball downfield. Yes, Joe Burrow is an excellent quarterback, but he's not the best. He just trusted his receivers and hoped for the best. And he made it happen. Jaden Daniels needs to do the same because he has good damn receivers. You have Brian Thomas Jr., who you throw it to for 3 yards, and it takes 3 guys to take him down. Same with Besh. Just have faith in your receivers. It's just really frustrating when you have 80 yards of passing in the first half, and you didn't make up for it in the second half. Yes, I understand he got hurt, but still. Very frustrating. And I'm tired of the excuses of, oh, Jaden Daniels, yeah, he might not pass the ball, but he'll run for 10 yards. Yeah, he does that sometimes, but sometimes he gets sacked. And sometimes he doesn't gain any yards at all. Excuse me, I need some damn water. Give me a sec. When I go on my rants. Whew. So yes, I am pissed off, and I've kept the calm. What is? See, even the dog has no idea what's going on. Yes, I know. LSU is pissing me off too. But lay down. We're both frustrated in LSU football. Like I said, I saw a tweet earlier saying how frustrated LSU's receivers are. There was one point during the game where Jaden Daniels was talking to Butte. Butte was sitting on the bench, frustrated, really didn't say anything back to Daniels that I could see. Jaden Daniels was talking him through it, and he just needs to sit in the pocket and release the damn ball. I did see him making some progressions, though, looking down the field, but not really doing anything with it. He's had a big problem of just focusing on one receiver. And a lot of the time, and I don't think people understand this as far as football goes, but a lot of plays are designed for one receiver. Like, even though there's multiple routes, some plays are designed for just one receiver because a lot of those routes are for one receiver to get open. So I don't know if people realize that or not, but that's part of football. So a lot of the time, that's why Jaden Daniels is probably focusing on one person. But still, you need to scan the whole damn field. in less than 5 seconds and make your decision, or you're going to lose to Tennessee, you're going to lose to Florida, and whoever you play after that. I still haven't memorized the damn schedule. I'll look at it every day. But yeah, so 17-0 after the field goal. LSU gets ball back, punts, and then Auburn gets the ball back. Yes, forced by Ojolari. Thank God. I was screaming to the... You would have thought LSU was winning by 30, like, by what I was screaming. I was screaming so loud because I was so excited because I knew that's what we needed. And I knew that's what was going to pump us up to get a touchdown on offense. And I was right. Because you have that fumble touchdown that Ojolari forces. Jay Ward runs downfield, scores. Thank the Lord. You have Auburn gets the ball back. They go for a field goal. They miss the field goal. And how about Auburn having some balls to go for it on 4th down every now and then? Like, it pissed me off because so the first time they went for it on 4th down, they didn't get it. And it ended up costing them a touchdown for us. I think this was in the second half that they did this. I don't remember them going for 4th on 1st down on the first half. So Auburn misses a field goal with 4 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock. And let's see. No, sorry. I got that mixed up. The drive was like about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, so LSU get in. So it's 4th and 9. Auburn misses a field goal. It's about a 40-yard field goal. Something really any college player should be able to make. But Auburn misses it, thank God. LSU gets the ball back. They miss the field goal with 1 minute and 56 seconds on the clock. Again, 2-minute offense. LSU goes down the field and scores. Jane Daniels had a couple runs. And then you have a personal foul on Auburn, and we drive 15. That's 15 yards from the play. John Emery has a run. Jaden Daniels has a couple runs. And then you have that big pass to John Emery for 39 yards down the field to the Auburn 1-yard line. So it's 1st and goal. That was just huge. That John Emery, when he made that, just kind of wide open in his own little zone. I've stressed us needing to pass the ball to our running backs beyond the line of scrimmage, so in front of the line of scrimmage. We haven't seen that much success with screens in the backfield or passes in the backfield to our running backs, but we have seen success with little routes beyond the line of scrimmage. That being one for your running back takes it 39 yards down the damn field, almost scores a touchdown out of it. And then Jan Daniels makes a good read, runs it in for a touchdown. 14-17 at half. So we went from 17-0 to 14-17 in, a few minutes. It felt good. I'm like, okay, you get the ball back at half. That reason right there is why you defend first. And for Brian Kelly going into the future, let's elect to defer every time we win instead of that. You have a dominant defense who can stop any offense. I believe who could stop any offense right now in college football. Not forever, but for a few drives for you to score. I think LSU with first quarter, 15 minutes on the clock, can stop a Georgia offense, can stop an Alabama offense, can stop an Ohio State offense. I believe that. Maybe that's my opinion. It's the right one, but shoot, man, we just need to stop trying to get the ball first and score, because we have. So you're going in, it's 14-17. I'm still very frustrated, even though we're only down by 3 points. We should have never let it get there. Just that, I mean, LSU just wants to give me a damn heart attack. They're gonna give someone a damn heart attack by the end of this damn season. So I was trying to find some damn food during halftime, calling up, just trying to order food, and halftime went by in the blink of an eye. I went to go out, and I was like, you know what? I have to do something. And I forgot what I had to do, but I had to go do something. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just freaking eat leftovers. And I warmed up leftovers, came back, and the damn game was back on. And I was like, well, shit. So I missed the first drive from after, or most of the first drive for LSU. It didn't end well, obviously. It was, when I came back, it was 3rd and 7, and Jane Daniels gets sacked, so we didn't make shit happen anyway. So I didn't really miss anything. Obviously, you know how it goes after this. Auburn never scores again. So LSU's dominant offense continues to stop. Whew. Been freaking sick over the weekend, so this water feels good. LSU punts after Auburn punts. Auburn. This is when Auburn goes for it on 4th and 10, and they don't get it. They eventually get it later on to the game. Right. So I know when I'm excited in games, because you can see in my notes when I capitalize everything. So Jane Daniels gets a 6-yard run, and then another big first down and some. Then Jay Williams gets stopped for a yard. Jane Daniels has a 10-yard run. On 2nd 11, then it's 3rd and 1. Jay Williams gets the first down and some. 1st and 10, pass interference on Neighbors. Then 1st and 10, Frazier offside. Frazier just didn't have a good game. That's all I'm going to leave it at. I've said this in the beginning. I don't know much about the offensive line, but when I can see the obvious, Frazier there was one time when he clearly just let an Auburn defensive lineman through, and Jane Daniels got sacked. It was just a poor attempt at and then Jay Williams has a 4-yard run. It's 2nd 11. John Emery, touchdown for 20 yards. Freaking threw a linebacker to the ground. Feels good. 21-17. Somehow, by the grace of the Lord, baby Jesus himself, LSU clinches on to that 21-17 lead. Jaden Daniels had a slide during that drive that looked bad. Seeing Joe Burrow in the NFL his first year and second year, even, he just had the worst slides in the world, and that's what Jaden Daniels is going through right now. Like his terrible twos, he's just going through terrible sliding. Like he does not know how to slide, and it's hard to blame it on him. It's like blaming, when you risk going out late at night, in Baton Rouge at 3 a.m. to go to the gas station to go get a snack. It's like, well, if you get shot, it's not your fault technically. Like, it's the person who's shooting you. But still, why are you out at 3 a.m. in Baton Rouge? It's Baton Rouge. Kind of like that. Almost. Like, You don't have to slide that way. It's hard to blame him for it though. It's just bad sliding technique. He needs to learn how to slide. It's bad. At first, the dude was freaking just diving like he was in Madden. Like when you press the wrong button in Madden, and he would just dive, and that shit scared me because he almost got hurt doing that. And he changed up to his slide, but that slide looked nasty. His knees just hit together. I think he'll be fine. Hopefully he's fine. I don't think anyone really has any trust in Nussmeier. But let's hope Jayden Daniels can be confident. Maybe the leg restriction, with him not being able to run that much against Tennessee, let's just say he can't run that much. Maybe he'll force more passes and be more confident. We'll just see how practice goes this week and what Brian Kelly has to say about him. I even might make a short video up later, seeing what Brian Kelly has to say about that. But let's just hope all goes well with that. So, trying to think. So Auburn gets the ball. I think this was after we scored. After he gets a 28-yard completion, Hunter, the running back, who did very well, making a lot of LSU players miss, and I just thought he did very well. It's not just some of it's LSU tackling, but some of it just he made guys miss. What are you gonna do? Baskerville, that drive had a really good pass deflection. He just freaking comes up, hits the ball down. Nice. That ended up leading to an interception by LSU. Let's see. Yeah, how this goes. Let me see. Check my notes. So yes. Oh my god, how the hell did I forget this? Freaking, you're gonna go for a trick play. So this was after an offsides, I think, on Auburn. So it was like, where's my note card? It was 2nd and goal. And they do a trick play with Coy Moore. Coy Moore, just the freaking best, right? The beast. Trash talking LSU after leaving LSU. Leaving LSU for a lot of LSU players, I can't even think, has not gone right for them, right? I'm just trying to think of a few players. I forget their names because I'm like, you know what? Go off, leave LSU and see how well you've done. There's a few I can't think of. One went to Florida, then Georgia. What's his name? I'm drawing a blank. And then the one at Alabama. I'm drawing a blank because I just like remember them. Then I'm like, okay, they're insignificant now. But who cares? But so Coy Moore, they decided to throw it to Coy Moore. And he throws an interception to Harold Perkins. That shit felt so good. Because Auburn's driving on us. Again, Auburn is driving on us. And this is scary. This is like, oh, shoot. Auburn might score a touchdown or get a field goal, and then it's 20-21. And you're only leading by 1 point. Harold Perkins, Coy Moore, I guess, is going to try to just throw it out of bounds. He doesn't do a good job at doing that. And he throws it into Harold Perkins' hands. Harold Perkins jumps a few feet in the air, intercepts that bad boy. Again, something we needed. LSU ends up punting. That Jayden Daniels goes out. Garrett Nussmeier comes in. Jayden Daniels was hurting. Let's hope Steve's okay. I meant to check on him. let's see if there's an update somewhere. But yeah, I mean, after that, I'll go through the notes. After that, not much happened. Just LSU dominance. Auburn had a muff punt. He called fair catch. So when he missed it, even though it's LSU's ball now, still the touchdown didn't count, which I understand, but it would have felt better to just have a touchdown to keep it safer. But yes, that another muffed punt by an opposing team and not our team feels a lot better. I was screaming. Obviously, we didn't really capitalize on that. Oh yeah, when John Emery fumbled, John Emery did good all game, and then he fumbled, and that was like, oh shit, like, Auburn might have a chance to come back. They didn't though. You know why? Let me tell you why. Because Greg Brooks is a fucking beast. Excuse my language. Excuse my French. But Greg Brooks is a beast and strips the damn ball from Coy Moore, who's just the best, right? Like, he was going in just ready to beat LSU's ass, and freaking strips the damn ball. And it felt amazing. You have a couple runs, then a couple kneels. LSU wins the football game. A weird win. A win I don't like. I like a win more like Mississippi State, even though we had some struggles in that game. But a win nonetheless. LSU's now ranked 25th. Let me just say this. Then I lost track of what I was going to say. Let me think. So let's pull this up and see if there's any updates on Jaden Daniels. I was getting into the ranks. LSU's ranked number 25th. There's some good things and bad things about LSU being ranked. If you're going to rank a team like LSU, I don't understand why you're going to rank them 25th if you rank them at all. I think they should either be ranked top 15 or they shouldn't be ranked at all. And it's a weird way to say that because you're like, well, LSU's not that great of a team, and you think if they should be ranked, if they should be ranked at all, they should be ranked top 15. Yes, and I'm saying that because let me show you the AP ranks and why my logic makes sense. Alabama, number 1, deserved. Georgia, number 2, almost lost to freaking Missouri. Another thing, and that would have just made me even more happier after the Auburn win. After LSU beats Auburn. Georgia, not as good as we were thinking. Maybe it was just a fluke. We'll see. Ohio State, number 3. Michigan, number 4. Then you get into like USC, Oklahoma State, Tennessee, Ole Miss, then Penn State, number 10. I get that. I get the top 10. That's okay with me. I do not think LSU deserves to be in top 10. We had 85 damn passing yards the whole game. But you get to number 11, Utah. If LSU played Utah tomorrow blindfolded, we'd beat the shit out of them. Then you have Oregon, 4-1. I kind of get Kentucky. Still think LSU has a big chance at beating Kentucky at number 13. Then Wake Forest, then BYU, who's 4-1. Then Cincinnati, who's 4-1. Then you have Mississippi State at 23, which I didn't even notice. I don't even remember checking the ranks. and see Mississippi. We beat Mississippi State. Did we beat about 2 scores? And they're above us somehow? Just because they beat Texas A&M? That's just stupid. So here's my point. If you're going to rank LSU at all, at least put us in the top 15, because it is disrespectful to have us at 25 and rank us at 25. It just makes no sense to me. Yes, I'm happy to be ranked. We haven't been ranked since we lost to UCLA. But still, it's disrespectful to put us at 25th. We beat Mississippi State. I mean, Kansas State's at 20. It just doesn't make sense to me. Some of these rankings are just like, I don't know who the hell does them, but nonetheless, LSU's now ranked. I guess I should be grateful. We have 4 straight ones in a row. We could make it 5, depending how our offense plays. This Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Still don't understand that. You have... Still doesn't make any sense to me how we have to play at 11 a.m. So Georgia plays Auburn. And who knows, maybe that'll be a closer game after what we saw with Missouri Auburn. I don't think it's going to be a good enough game as Tennessee and LSU. But still, to put them at 230. And then you have Alabama, Texas A&M. Listen, I saw a tweet the other day and it was like, so you're going to put Alabama and Texas A&M. Texas A&M is going to get absolutely slaughtered. LSU's a freaking... If I was working for the NCAA, and I don't know who puts on game day or whatever, but LSU, Tennessee, you have 2 ranked teams. This would be my game day. Like, game day for a 7 p.m. LSU game. That's how it should go. This doesn't make any sense to me, but it really doesn't. But you have because I was going with the tweet. It was like, so we're putting Alabama, Texas A&M because 2 coaches had a hissy fissy fight with each other. Pretty much how it is. Texas A&M, I don't think the game's gonna be close. Texas A&M's gonna lose. LSU Tennessee is huge. If LSU beats Tennessee, much deserved top 15 and top 10 ranking for LSU. I just don't see why we'd be any lower. I never like to say LSU's is going to lose. I've only been wrong about 1 game this year, and that was Florida State. I told you we were going to beat Mississippi State. I said we were going to beat Auburn. Obviously, Southern and New Mexico is a gimme. I'm not sure about Tennessee. I was sure about Auburn, and I was sure about Mississippi State, but I am not sure about Tennessee. I haven't watched much Tennessee game film, but what I've seen is they have a really, really good quarterback, and a really effective offense which is why they're top 10. Let's see. I'm gonna check on something real quick. Give me 1 second. No, I don't want to see that. But Excuse me. So LSU, Tennessee, 11 a.m. game, which means you have to wake up at 7:30 to go and try and get in the parking spot. Good luck drinking in the morning. For a 11 a.m. game. I don't know if I'll talk about the 11 a.m. more. Probably will, but it frustrates me every time I think about it. So I was looking for Hendon Hooker's stats. Almost 1,200 yards. I'm just gonna say 1,200 yards for Hendon Hooker. He has a 71.7 completion rate, completing 72% of his passes. 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and average yards 10.6. So one of the things people say about Jayden Daniels and what they like about Jayden Daniels and a positive about him is he's safe with the ball. And yes, he is safe with the ball, and that is a good thing, but it's also his downfall, his downtrodden, whatever you want to call it. With him not throwing the ball and being safer, yes, he has 0 interceptions, but you have a quarterback that I'm looking at in Hendon Hooker who has 1,200 passing yards, and he has 0 interceptions because he trusts his receivers. We'll see. This is a game you're nervous about. The odds right now for me, if I had to call, if I were to have to say, I'm trying to think. Like 55% chance Tennessee wins and 45% chance LSU wins. So I'm going to call LSU the underdog right now. We'll see updates. I'm sure we'll see how Jayden Daniels is doing. LSU does have home field advantage. I do think if they didn't, they'd for sure lose this game. If we were playing in Tennessee, Tennessee had home field, I don't think we win. We almost lost to Auburn, and they had home field advantage, and they're not the team Tennessee is. So we'll see. Tennessee has 2 hard games. They have us, and they go and play Alabama, and we'll see how that. I mean, just say we beat Tennessee, and Tennessee ends up upsetting Alabama. That's a possibility. That'd be nice to see. We'll see. So that's gonna be it pretty much for today. Let's just pray Jayden Daniels is okay. That he. Oh, dang it! I just freaking had it up. So Dellinger's coming back to practice this week. Jayden Daniels is feeling better. Be back. This Saturday. So Jayden Daniels is gonna be back. You get Dellinger back. That's good. That's good news. Jayden Daniels says he's feeling well. That's the news we need to hear. But let's just hope he has more faith in his receivers, and it's something we've talked about. Brian Kelly says each week we're gonna get better at it. I just haven't seen much improvement with Jayden. I've almost saw a decline in improvement. And yes, he didn't have a whole second half to improve and throw touchdowns or get the ball out like he usually does in the second half, but we'll see. But thank you for watching. Again, I'm sorry I haven't been able to upload a video in a while. I've been incredibly freaking busy. Even this week, I'm just as busy. So we're looking at Wednesday, most likely Thursday for another video. I'm going to do my best to get a video out this week. This is possibly LSU's best game of the season, depending on how we play it. I say that because you go, oh, well, we have Alabama. I just don't really see us beating Alabama, at least right now. We'll see how we progress along the season. But so I think this is a more even opponent as far as a good game. So I do think it'll be a good game. Like I said, it's more of a 55-45. LSU's the 45. We're definitely defending in our own stadium as an underdog. If we win, though, huge. It'll be the biggest one of the season. You potentially, you go down the road, you lose to Alabama, and you can win every other game, and go 10-2, which is not bad at all. So we'll see. So again, thank you for watching. I'm probably gonna have a new video out Thursday. I don't really see Wednesday's my busiest days as far as school. I love doing this though. I'll say it in every video. I'm getting better and better at this, and I hope to get better and better at this. This video definitely felt more fluent, and like flowed better. A lot more to talk about with this Auburn game, and a lot more that was just jumbling in my mind Saturday night after watching that freaking potential heart attack game, because LSU just loves to play with your heartstrings. So once again, thank you for watching. Share. Tell me how I'm doing in the comments. I really appreciate anyone who watches these videos. Listen, I know not that many of you out there, but I'll produce more and more content, get better and better every day. This is something I love to do. I love LSU football as much as they can frustrate me sometimes. I do love them. And whether we're 12-0 or 0-12, I will always watch LSU football, because that's just who I am. There's other fans out there who you see it in Death Valley. The past few games, there's fans out there who only ride the bandwagon when LSU's undefeated, and it sucks to see, but it's just true. That's how fans are. But have hope in your Tigers, have hope in Jaden Daniels, in our offense, and we have a dominant defense. We're gonna win more games, and go Tigers. Thank you.